Daily sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. On first down, Craig. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Here we go now on first and goal. At the 3-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Ward. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former national champion at Ohio State, standing 6'4". It's Will Howard.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Operating from the gun, Howard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Colts.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 29.
Ward now working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got room at the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
To throw, here's Ward. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now Ward. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. And
they go play action here on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 4.
brings up 2nd and 4. At the 42-yard line.
Off play action. Howard. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. Sharp. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howard. Now he's going to step up and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Ball sits on to 10, 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Back to throw. Howard. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Howard. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Howard. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. Throwing is Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Come on. Ready.
At the 38.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Craig. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action. It's Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Johnny Lion. Let's go now.
To throw is Ward. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 17 yards out. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Colts coming out now. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Howard. Down the field, he's got Warren. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Back to throw. Howard. He finds his man. Complete. It's Vargas. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Howard from the gun, he'll throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Howard throwing on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Right back to him on 1st down. Now he's free at the 35. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Howard throwing to start the drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Howard. A short one there, caught by Warren. And down he'll go at the 25. Now a 3rd and 6.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Howard. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their count. parts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to Sharp. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they run the option on second down. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Colts. First down.
Up the middle they go. Sharp. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sharp. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Sharp. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Vargas.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Colts first down.
They'll run on first down. Sharp. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just need a yard here. Second and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Brinkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Howard. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a second and 14. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
6 yards.
To throw is Howard from the gun on third down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's complete to DK. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's a gain of 11. Complete to Chimere DK. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain.
brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Ready?
They go play action with Ward. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Howard now throwing to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Howard under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Howard. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Vargas. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Skirts by at the 15. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and a couple. Off the bootleg. Howard. He's got his man Sharp complete. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Colts! Tyler Warren from 3 yards out. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Visitors 12.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here now the offense heading back out there. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to patch together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Ward taking it in from 11 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Looking to put a drive together. Now Howard throwing to start the drive. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Howard. Got his man. It's Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Colts, first down. First down.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. Sharp. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's good for a Colts. First down. Hey! It's a gain of 3.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
And the Colts, first down. A pickup of 2 yards. And
they'll look to throw here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Here now, a third down and 8.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Cowboy 80.
To throw, here's Ward. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Howard throwing to start the drive. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
He's out of bounds right after the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Howard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're getting down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A short one there. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Nifty move. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Howard. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
To number 34. A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both